Hey, how's it going? Mike Marin here, and thank you so much for opting into this video. In this video, I'm going to share with you, as promised, I'm going to share with you how to get high quality leads on demand. I'm going to share with you the Facebook ad strategy and funnel strategy that is working right now to generate high ticket clients for your business. So if you're a coach, if you're a consultant, if you're an expert, if you're an information marketer, if you are a service provider, if you are anyone who has valuable wisdom or knowledge or expertise and you want to package that up and generate leads on demand and sell high ticket packages predictably and consistently, then you are in the right place. And that's exactly what I'm going to share with you in the next 30 minutes. I'm also going to do that not just by having PowerPoint slides, but I'm actually going to walk you through live how I go about setting up my Facebook ads to generate, as you can see on the screen here, $2. Like today, we got $2.22 leads, and this is in one of the most competitive marketplaces that there is, the coaches and consultant space. So if you're in other markets, this strategy is absolutely just going to knock it out of the park. This strategy that I'm going to share with you, I'm just entering in this conversation really to give you a lot of value, and just to show you how incredibly valuable this is. The last client that I took on and worked with and implemented this strategy, in January of this year, they did $250,000 in revenue, $210,000 in profit. So this stuff works if you work it. So what's even better is that this strategy, it's fast. It doesn't take forever. There's not super complicated funnels, crazy tech stuff. I'm going to show you how to set all of it up really in the next 30 minutes as I walk you through it. Number two, it's simple. If you're out there trying to get clients by blogging, by Twitter, creating podcasts, YouTube videos, writing a book, speaking on stage, Snapchats, loads of content, and you're just kind of hoping and praying and doing all of this crazy stuff out there, which I call hope marketing, what I'm going to share with you shows you how to get rid of all that and replace all of that busy marketing work with one simple client getting funnel. And I'm going to share that with you, exactly how you build that on this video. Number two is if you're on that income roller coaster, if you don't know where that next client is coming from, if you do not have consistent lead generation, maybe you're in that looking to scale and you don't have those consistent, predictable systems. If you wake up and you're like, oh my God, where my next client's going to come from? Setting up this client getting funnel I was going to show you in that video is going to alleviate all of that. If you don't have enough, are pricing low out of fear, then I'm going to show you how to get so many leads that will give you the confidence to raise your fees and always know that the next day, that next prospect is going to show up that you can speak to. So I'm going to share all that with you. And another thing is that, guys, really anyone can do this. You're going to watch over my shoulder right now as I set this up, and it's really not that difficult. If you have valuable expertise or knowledge, it is really going to be a natural process getting that and out of your head into a good marketing system. So with that said, let's get into it. So in order to generate leads, a lot of people go tactical. And the difference between strategy and tactics is huge. So tactics is this. Let's go here. And most people focus on tactics. When they go on Facebook ads, when they decide on their funnel, they're asking, what is the magic line that works best? How do I use the Power Editor? What types of images work best? The latest craze is throw out a video ad. And in that video ad, get them to watch it for 30 seconds, then we'll retarget them. And how do you do retargeting? And how do I get the cheapest leads possible? Those are all very tactical questions. And in order to crush it, in order to really knock it out of the park with your funnel and Facebook ads, you need to be spending most of your time asking the questions that are based off of strategy. And less than 1% of marketers, 1% of experts, 1% of coaches actually do this. And they are, what is the lifetime value of a client? The next question is, how do I increase that lifetime value of that client? And then how much am I willing to spend to acquire a new client? And that's so key. There's two numbers you have to know. Number one, what's a client worth to you? And number two, how much are you willing to spend? So let's say that you are right now, you're charging $100 an hour and you do 5 sessions a month. Well, one of the simplest things you could do is create a 6-month program. Sell it as a package. Add some extra stuff in. So 500 times 6 months is 3,000, right? So if you do that, the lifetime value of your client is $3,000. So how much of that $3,000 are you willing to spend to acquire a customer? Let's say you have a package and it's $5,000. You're selling a $5,000 workshop. How much of that are you willing to spend to acquire a customer? And most people, they will say $500 or something really, really low, when the strategist, he says, well, if I could spend $3,000 and get a $5,000 client, would I do it? Absolutely. Would you spend $3 to bring back 5? Like, I would do that all day. And it's coming in with that mindset. So that's a giant question. And you really want to work out, what is that lifetime value? What can I do to increase it? Do I need to raise my fees? Do I need to create packages? Again, you guys are going to get access with follow-up emails, where I'm going to be training you guys more on that stuff. I really want to build this relationship. But also that, if you want help with this, creating your packages, raising your prices and all of that, there is a way that you could get my help. So below, after you watch this video, what I want you to do is actually apply for a call if you need this kind of help with putting together your packages, raising your fees. But with that said, the strategy as far as this is concerned is you want to raise that lifetime value, and you want to have that as high as possible, because the higher that lifetime value, like if you add a $25,000 or $30,000 mastermind, I worked for Dr. Tom Morant and we sold a $60,000 package, coaching packages for dentists. And that was the main offer. And I'll never forget when he said to me, I'm prepared to spend $30,000 to acquire a new client. And that's why I beat everyone. Because if you can pay more to acquire a customer than your competition and still make money, that's how you start to dominate the market. So number one, the strategist says, how do I increase the lifetime value of my client? And that's going to premium prices. And premium prices, in the simplest way, without going totally crazy, without doing a whole lesson on it, is you need to charge based off of the outcome that you provide. So it's not charging based off the time. It's not charging based off the stuff. Again, they're buying the result. So it's charging based off of results and charging based off of what is the value of that result worth to your client. And then it's figuring out, okay, how much of that am I prepared to spend to acquire a new client? And then from there, it's who are my dream clients, that I want to work with, and how do I focus on attracting them and only them in the most efficient way possible. So those are the strategy questions before we even go and create the marketing funnel to generate leads. And some things that we need to understand about building this client getting funnel, I'm going to show you what it is real quick. This is the client getting funnel. It's very, very simple. Again, this replaces the need to have a book, speak on stage, do networking. It's traffic to a landing page, to value and advanced content, to a conversion mechanism. And a conversion mechanism, if you're charging anything over $3,000, that would be obviously a phone call. Anything less than that, you could really start to use more automated methods to get clients, such as webinars, emails, video sales letters, sales pages. Obviously, nothing works as well as the phone. And I know a lot of you guys are already using the phone, so that is great. So the value in advanced content, what that is just simply information that really provides context and goodwill, so that you're not speaking to leads that are completely cold. They're consuming content that's building trust. They're seeing you as the expert. So if you have expertise, this stuff is really easy to create. And the big shift I want you to make is, instead of trying to sell your prospects, you need to serve them. And the best way to serve them is to educate them. And that is what that value in advanced content is. It's creating highly valuable content that scratches a really big itch. And coming up with this content is simply getting in the head of your dream clients and figuring out, okay, what is their big problem? And then creating content to really help them in advance. And the strategy that has worked best for myself and my clients has simply been finding out what that big problem is and just giving them your best stuff, giving them the secrets, and then saying at the end of it, would you like my help with it? It's a very cool, very non-hypey, very friendly way to do your marketing, which is going to attract those premium clients, because again, the content is going to deliver value, it's going to generate goodwill, and it's also going to demonstrate that you can help them by actually helping them, which is so key, because a lot of people worry about the need for credentials. And if you could actually show them that you can solve their problem through the content, not only that is that going to eliminate the need for the credentials, but it's also going to build their desire to work with you. So building this funnel can really change the way that you operate as a coach or a consultant. Now, here's an example of a funnel. This is the funnel that I'm going to show you how to set up. We're going to build this together in a second, which is a Facebook ad to an automated webinar, which is really simple to set up with Sell Seminar and lead pages or ClickFunnels, driving to an application and a phone call. So I'm going to show you how to set up all that in just a second. But let's go more in detail into the math behind it. So let's say, like I said, you want to map out what are the checkpoints in your funnels. And really the funnels I recommend is Facebook ads to a landing page, either to an on-demand video like you're coming to this, or an automated webinar. And then from there, booking into your calendar. So the checkpoints here are, number one, how many subscribers, and then how many people apply for a phone call to work with you. So some good base numbers to run your calculations off of is, let's say for every 100 new subscribers, usually you should see about 5% that will apply to take you up on a phone call. And for every 10 applications, I would say usually you get about 5 applications for a new client. But if you're just starting out, if you're not super confident on the phone, I would say a good benchmark, just so you're on the safe side, is 10 applications for one client. So this is what I would base your calculations off of. And also, you could definitely get 20% of your subscribers applying to speak with you. 5% is the low end. I always like the low ball. That way, when we do these numbers, then we can, if the numbers are better, obviously we're still clear. So what that really means is for every 200 new subscribers in your funnel, it's going to equal one client. So what you want to do is you want to work out how much you can spend for each part of that funnel. So doing this, if we know that every 200 subscribers gives us a $5,000 client, that means that to break even on that funnel, if we do 5,000 divided by 200, that's $25 a lead, and we're breaking even getting a client. That's $25 an email address. Now, obviously, if you look right here, I'm getting email addresses for $2.22. And if we break this down over the last 14 days for this funnel, let's see what that shows up as it takes a second to load in the background. Yeah, give it a second to load. So we know if we spend $25 a lead, that's we're going to break even. And if we have a $5,000 client, and for every 10 applications, we can spend $500 per application, which is so high. Now, what I like to do with all my clients is I like to engineer a 2-to-1 return, meaning what we want to do is we want to double our money with our ads. So let's say we want to acquire a customer for $2,500. Now, what can we spend? So if it's $2,500 divided by 200, that means if we spend $12.50 per lead, right? $12.50 per lead, we are doubling our money. And if we're getting applications for $2,500 divided by 10 applications for $250 or less, which is a good target to shoot for, definitely doable. That means that we're going to be doubling our money. So for every $2,500 you spend on ads, you're going to be bringing $5,000 back. Now, what I want you to do is I want you to work out what you can spend and what you want to spend. So what you could spend, I'd recommend, is break even. Because listen, if you do this and you break even, you'll always get better on the phone. You can always start to optimize. And again, if you look at this right here, these are 5. So like I said, let's pull this up again. This was a lead ad, getting email address. So that's $3.58 an email address, $7.76. This was $5 a lead. So This is actually for automated webinar. So 776 is perfect. And these are for what you guys came in to watch right here. So let me just pull up. Nope. This here. So you can see, like with this funnel I'm creating, I'm way under my $12.50 just to double it. And that's when the numbers get really crazy. And that's how you can really start to scale a business, because the math is so much in your favor when you run a model like this. So once you know your math of what you can and what you want to spend, what you want to do then is you want to target your dream clients. And the key to that is to ask, who is your service for? What problem is it fixing? And then why is it different? So if you are like, one of the big things is being specific, right? So if you are, let's say you're a business consultant, you provide done-for-you solutions for small businesses. Like, do you see how general that is? It's incredibly general. And that's how you don't stand out. That's how you spend a ton for ads. Your Facebook ads in this funnel, it's not going to make up for bad marketing. And great marketing is a good message to market match. So a step better would be Facebook ads for small businesses. And a step even better than that we do Facebook ads for chiropractors. Now, you could do all the targeting on Facebook to just only go for chiropractors. But when you start to niche down like this, not only does that allow you to raise your fees, but it also lets your message cut through that marketplace noise. And that's exactly what I did on my ad. I targeted specifically coaches and consultants who want to get leads using Facebook ads and simple funnels. So that is a result for the $3.58 leads. And again, this is in one of the most competitive marketplaces that there is. So, 61 leads at $3.58. I am super thrilled with that. So let's now go back to this. And so I showed you the client lifetime value, how to figure out your dream clients, right? And figuring out the dream client is knowing, like, who do you want to work with, right? And then figuring out, who you want to work with, what is that big problem that you're solving for them, and then why is your ad different, and then getting really specific, and the copy should come off of that. So let me just pull this up. Okay, so bear with me here. Just took a sip of water. Mouth was getting a little bit dry. So like I said, once we figure out the dream clients, then it's a matter of creating an ad, which is, it's number one, it's setting up our funnel. And the funnel is very simple. So the first thing you want to do is you want to create this value in advanced content. And again, I shared with you how to do that. And you're actually watching me live create value in advanced content. Again, you don't have to be markety or salesy or anything. It just really give genuine value. Like the stuff I'm sharing with you right now has literally created $1 million businesses. So I'm giving you my best stuff so that, like I said, it builds context, builds goodwill, and builds trust, with the hopes that obviously one day from the line you go, listen, that guy Mike is amazing. I want to reach out and I want to work with him. So that's the whole purpose. That's what you want to do in your content. Again, you don't want to use like ninja sales tactics or ninja marketing tactics. It's really, how can you help this person in advance, generate a ton of goodwill, and just be a cool guy, just generate, teach them stuff that is actually going to help them in their business and solve their biggest problem. So with that said, you create your value in advanced content by that. And after that, it's just, you could use a simple service like lead pages to set up your landing page, which I will show you, or ClickFunnels. So I'll show you this funnel that you're in now. So you are on this page right now, and this is so simple to create. I mean, it's like you just add elements and rows. You do it in ClickFunnels. Super simple. And again, this is takes 30 minutes to learn. It's all really like click, drop, and I'll show you the opt-in page for here. As we move here to the opt-in page. And again, this looks complicated. I literally learned this in 30 minutes by watching the tutorials when I bought this. So it's super simple. It's not 2004 anymore where you need to know HTML or anything, but this is the landing page that you guys showed up on, which is really congruent with the ad. And again, very simple, enter in your name, email, and opt-in address. Now, if I go here, I'm gonna pull up. Okay. So, mikeaaron.com/ticket. There we go. So that's the landing page again that I'm going to write the ad for right now, which I made this in Lead Pages. Again, really simple drag and drop. How to attract 5 new clients in 7 days. Again, headline, without working with anyone one-on-one or being salesy. So I know the coaching and consultant marketplace, most likely you guys watching this, you want new clients and you don't want to be working with people one-on-one because obviously, you can't really, the more one-on-one work you do, it's really like a job. You want to be doing group packages, which I'll be showing you how to do. And you don't want to be like that salesy, slimy sales guy. So that's really getting into knowing my market and writing the ad directly to it. Some bullets here, picture me, and you can see the webinar starts in 42 minutes. Now, this is an automated webinar, and this is like really easy to set up. So once you record the video with Camtasia, what you want to do after that is sign up for Stealth Seminar. It's like, I think it's $67 a month, and build your lead page. And then they have their done for you tech support, and they set all this up for you so that every hour on the top of the hour, this webinar plays. So whether I'm on the beach, whether I'm, hanging out, no matter what, that presentation is starting every on the hour, every hour. So as the Facebook ads run, the longest that it will be before the webinar starts will be an hour. And what this allows is it gives that almost live experience and really makes them consume the content, which is what you want. And that, again, you just deliver good value and goodwill during that presentation. So after that, they then will go to a page like, let me open up a new window. So I'm going to open up MikeMarin.com/apply. So what's really cool is at the end of the webinar, they're going to go to a page like this, which actually, if you click through on that link below, and if you want my help implementing this stuff in your own business, when this video is done, what I want you to do is I actually want you to click that link below, and it's going to take you over to this page where you can actually book a time to speak with myself or one of my team members, where we can help you build a 6-figure roadmap, an actual game plan to get to 6 figures. But at the end of the webinar, what's going to happen is they're going to go to this page right here, which is schedule for a call. Again, if you have testimonials in your niche, what I'd really recommend you do is throw some good case studies, some good results that you have. And you can see how I did this. This is $40,000 in 7 days. And these are, testimonials of people that I've helped that are coaches. So that's relevant coaches. That's why I threw that on this landing page. Again, building these pages, I built this one in Optimized Press. I am not a tech person, but again, this was so simple to set up. And this program right here is Schedule Once. That is the software I'm using for this, and it's super cool because it links with your Google Calendar. And you could select times, and it'll show you what's available on your calendar. And you guys are actually, if you guys want to speak with me, if you want help implementing this in your business, you're actually going to go here and fill this out. And then there'll be a short application. But for your business, model this, right? This is working. So you can ask them, what's their current monthly profits? What's their target monthly profits? If it's in weight loss, it's, what's your current weight? What do you want to be weighing? What do you feel is your biggest obstacle to losing weight? And after they've watched the presentation, you now have people booking into your calendar to speak with you, having an application, like you are now the doctor. They are applying themselves to you. And instead of you doing referrals, networking, or relying on Hope Marketing, you have a system that people are watching your content, consuming it, and applying to work with you. So see here, just all these questions. And then from there, it just goes to a thank you page, and they're booked on my calendar, and either myself or one of my team members reaches out. So that is the funnel. It's a really simple funnel. And if we go back to this page, it's just traffic from Facebook, the landing page I just showed you, the value and advanced content actually in Stealth Seminar for this one. And after that, it goes to this page, and then you simply have a phone call where if they're a good fit, you give them value on that phone call. And if they're a good fit, you invite them to work in your program. If they're not a fit, then you redirect them to somewhere where they can get help, right? Always want to be cool. Always wanted to be delivering value every single step of the way. So let's go create an ad live. So I'm going to pull this here. So now that we got a landing page, we got that funnel set up, which is really quite simple to do. What we want to do now is we want to create an ad. And creating an ad is super simple. Now, if you get more advanced, you could use the Power Editor, but I recommend when you're just starting out to just follow this process that I'm going to go through right now. Let me just pull this here. What we're going to do here is we are just going to go to this page, which is inside your Ads Manager, Business Manager, and we're going to go Create Campaign. And we're going to start over because that was another ad I was working on. And we got all these options, right? We got lead generation, video views, app installs, engagement, traffic, brand awareness. We're not going to worry about this because, again, if you're on a shoestring budget, unless you're like doing multiple millions, you really want to have brand awareness as a byproduct of direct response marketing. And what I mean by direct response marketing is marketing that gets email addresses and phone numbers so that you can follow up with your prospects. So the only ones we're going to be doing, the only ones I recommend are lead generation ads, which is I'll cover in a later video. And I cover this inside my Client Getting Mastery program as well. The main one, 90% of the ads you're going to do here are this one and then traffic for retargeting. But again, that's more advanced stuff that I cover in my program and later videos. So we're going to select conversion and we're going to say this is a lead gen. That's how I like to do it. Lead gen. And the webinar is called 5 Clients and it's going to be main interest. And I'm going to do some, US, UK, Canada, Australia. So there's the main English-speaking countries. It's kind of how I name it. From here, I'm going to select the conversion pixel, complete registrations, which is on my landing page. Now you could Google, search YouTube for how to set up a conversion pixel. Again, it's it's really tough. Not really tough. It is really simple. In fact, I could show you how to do it real quick if you want. Actually, I will do it in a later video. So hopefully this loads with a decent speed. So United States, we're also going to add the UK, and I really hope this speeds up. Okay. So I'm going to close out of this one. I'm going to close out of that, see if that helps speed it up. And I may pause this. So let me pause this. And when this loads, I will. Okay, so I let that load. It's going a little slow there. And let's see if it's going to go a little quicker now. So United Kingdom, we're just going to start to select some countries. Like I said, Canada. I like to select the English-speaking ones. Canada, I spelled that wrong. Canada, there we go. We'll do Canada. We're going to do Australia as another one. And I can't spell. Australia, there we go. And we're going to do Ireland. There we go. So now that we've got our countries, one thing you could do is you could leave this super open and let Facebook really do its work with the pixel. And so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to leave this really wide open. The more specific you get, the less Facebook's allowed to do its work. So I like to keep that quite wide open. I like to uncheck that. And the interest I'm going to use is all coaches and consultants. So Allie Brown. I'm going to use, do we want Amy Porterfield? I want, and what's cool is like, you guys want to do your research so that you'll know all, and you want to brainstorm like who are the people that your prospects are following, right? If you're a coach consultant, well, who are the other thought leaders that they're following? It's the simplest way to start to target who you want to go after. So, you know, Russell Brunson's another one. We'll do Marie Florio's another one. We'll do definitely Frank Kern. We will do, who else we got? Eben Pagan's a good one. Get Momentum's another good one. Cool. Jay Abraham's another good one. Where else we got? Gary Vaynerchuk, Maury Smith, Ryan Dice. I'm going to go Mike Dillard's another one. So again, we got 41 million people here. James Wedmore. Is there Marie Florio? Did I pick her? Yeah. Russell Brunson. Do we have him yet? I think we do. James Wedmore. I'm going to type in James Wedmore. So we're at 41 million people. James Wedmore, and let's do Bill Barron. I don't think we have Bill Barron yet. So you just going to want to build a list of these. Again, you want to keep it anywhere between the 500,000 to 2 million range is kind of a good range. And then from here, with the kind of ads that I like to run, we only want to do, so we want to uncheck audience network. For Instagram, we want to uncheck, we don't want an Instagram. These are the best results I've had. Again, you could go fancier, but I want just the feeds, just the Facebook feeds, because we're going to use the ad that I have right here. Again, I have the kind of these ad interest picks out, and we're going to use this ad that I created beforehand. Again, you want to use long copy ads, and we're going to, because we're harnessing long copy, we're going to be using just the feeds. And because we're doing an automated webinar, one of the big secrets when doing automated webinars to make mobile traffic work, you're going to go down here and you're going to click only when connected to Wi-Fi. And I'm going to bump this budget to $150 because I want to generate apps anywhere between, usually I'm shooting to generate apps for $200. So really I could put that at 200, but 150 should give me one call. And again, once I know I'm getting applications at $100, $200, $300 from this campaign, I am just going to really slam the gas, and I can have more, I'll have more videos on how to do that. Again, if you guys want help with this, there's a button below, and I'll walk you through on our call, how do you actually go out and customize this for your business? So what are your targets? What does that look like for your business? So I'm going to call this ad set lead gen and 5 clients. Cool. So we went standard delivery, automatics, fine, conversion, 7-day ad click, 150. And what we're going to do is I'm actually going to pause this because, again, it's going kind of slow. And don't want you watching how slow that takes. So let's pause this, and when this is back, I will we will resume. Cool. So that was able to load. As you can see, we got a reach of a 1 million. So again, the larger audience sizes, they do tend to work better. So I'm going to go to continue. And for the ad, this is important. We want single image. And I'm going to browse my library. We're going to use, come on. There we go. We're going to use, I like 1200 by 628. So let's go with, we go with the family. It's kind of getting out of winter time. So you know what? We'll go with this. Just a high resolution image. Done. The website we're going to take them to is http www.mikemarin.com/ticket. That's the one I'm going to take him to. The headline, again, I pre-wrote the ad here, which says, how would you like to pick up 5 new high-ticket clients in the next 7 days? Hey, it's Mike Marin. I just spent the past week putting together a free training on how to get high-paying clients fast using a simple client-getting funnel and paid ads. In it, I'll show you how to land 5 new high-paying clients in the next 7 days, and then do it again, even if nobody's ever heard of you. This may sound crazy, but to build a 6-figure client business, all you need is one client getting funnel and a little traffic for your paid. You don't need to write a blog, be on Twitter, create podcasts, create YouTube videos, write a book, speak on stage. So like you see I'm going into the stuff that this market is doing, or perhaps you're doing this yourself right now. And all you need is one client getting funnel. And I'm showing you guys live how I'm setting this thing up. And I know this sounds good, too good to be true, so I'll show you exactly what's that done. And if you guys want to check out that webinar, go over to mikemarin.com/ticket and definitely check that webinar out because some good stuff in there, some great stuff actually. So I'm going to copy that ad and we're going to copy it. And we are going to paste this here. And we're going to delete that. And we're going to paste in the headline that I pre-wrote, which is, where's the headline? I wrote the headline somewhere. Also, I lost the headline. Here it is. Here's the headline. Copy. Let's throw that in there. And then for the subtext, I like to give them instructions. So it's going to say, learn more is the good one. Read every word and then click through to register. Display link is going to be mikemarin.com/ticket. We're going to track with that pixel. And when that loads, that is going to be it. So that will be the ad. So again, we got the image. We got how to pick up 5 new high-ticket clients in the next 7 days. I don't know why that's not updating. Let's take a look at the mobile news feed. So this should update. Unable to generate preview. Yeah, something's going on. Sometimes Facebook is slow like this, but this is literally walking you through how to set up this ad. Now, I want to also throw in a call to action. You can register here. http://www.mikemarin.com/ticket. And then http://mikemarin.ticket. Now that should be working. Now I'm going to give that a second to load, and really all you're going to do after that is it's as simple as going down and placing the order. So I'm not going to go through that, but that literally is the entire process, creating the ad from A to Z, and it should generate the preview. I don't know what's going on here, but that is the entire process. Now, you guys have a choice. So I'm going to pull this up here. So you now have a choice. So I've just walked you through how to set up the client getting funnel. I've shown you step by step what the funnel looks like. I've taken you behind the scenes, and you have a choice. And that is really, you could go out on your own right now, and you could take this stuff that I've given you and you could try to apply it on your own. And for some of you, you may get great results with that. But for a lot of you, I know that you're going to have your doubts. You're going to struggle. There's going to be mistakes that you're going to be making throughout applying this process, because while this stuff is simple and while anyone can do this, it's definitely very difficult to do on your own. And that's why I want to make this offer to you. So option A is you could go out and apply this on your own. And if you do that, best of luck to you. Option 2 is if you want the shortcut, if you want to generate leads on demand, if you want to be able to put this into your business, if you want my help implementing this, then here's what I got for you. For a limited time over the next few days, my team and I have set aside some time to get on the phone and personally speak with you about how you can apply these strategies and tactics into your business today. So what does your client getting funnel look like? What does your dream client look like? What do your packages look like? We could brainstorm, how do we strategically increase the lifetime value of your client? All of that we'll cover. And then more importantly, I'll cover how do we build that roadmap to your income goal, whether that's 30 grand a month, whether that's 100 grand a month, whether it's 10 grand a month and you want to have a lifestyle business and travel around Europe like I did in 2015. So we're going to cover all that on the call. There is no charge. This call is on my dime. And again, on this call, we will dig deep into everything that you're currently doing, explore the results you're currently getting. We'll help you uncover the bottlenecks that might be keeping you stuck. And we'll also really help you craft that vision for the future. This call is going to be 45 minutes and it's going to be focused on you and your business. So we're going to craft and we're really going to come up with what is that vision? What do you want your business to look like? And then what is your ideal client? What do your packages look like? And then what should you be charging for that? And then what is your client getting funnel look like for you? And then again, finally, we'll help build that perfect plan to hit those goals in record time. Now, with all that said, this call is definitely not for everyone. Number one, you must be able to deliver a valuable service and help your clients get results. Because again, this is going to get you a ton of clients, but there's no point in me helping you get a ton of clients who can actually deliver the results to your clients. So that's super key. You got to be able to get your clients results. Number two is you must be committed, passionate, and positive. Number three, you must be an action taker who actually gets results, because the strategies that I'm going to give you are, you got to take action on them, because I can't do the heavy lifting for you. And also, you must be looking to grow your business without overwhelm. Now, if you're asking, why are you doing this, Mike? Why are you setting aside some time? Well, number one, I enjoy this, like getting on the phone, speaking to other coaches, other consultants is one of my passions. Like I love marketing. I've read so many books on this stuff. I've been a marketing nerd. I've been in this. Like this really is my passion. I enjoy giving people these sort of breakthroughs in their business. And number two is I know that after we've chatted on the phone for 45 minutes and we've come up with a really kick-ass plan of like how you can take your business to the next level, I know that if there is that you might want my help, my company's help in applying these strategies. You may want to join Client Getting Mastery, which if you do, you get templates, you get full over your shoulder training. You get all that step-by-step training, and you also get my help, my hand-holding throughout the entire process so that you can get to your results much faster. So if there's a good fit for both of us and I think that you qualified, then we could discuss that at the end of the phone call. And if not, that's certainly cool as well. Either way, this call is going to be extremely valuable to you, probably the most valuable 45 minutes that you spent on your business this year. So here's what I want you to do next. If you qualify, if you would like help, there's a green button below that video. Click the button below and apply for your client getting strategy call. Now what's going to happen is it's going to take you to the calendar page that I had mentioned before over at mikemarin.com/apply. So if I just pull this out here, let's open that in another tab. So if you go to mikemarin.com/apply, this is going to go, you're going to go to this page and give this a second to load. It's going to load up sessions that are available. You're going to click next. You're going to click on whatever time and date works best for you. After that, you're going to fill out this really short application. And this allows myself and my team members to do is it allows us to hit the ground running so that we kind of know, okay, who do you serve? What are your price points? What do you sell? What are your goals? And like what's stopping you? And also, what sort of marketing activities have you tried in the past? And in the notes below, if you also want to let us know what are your websites, what are anything like that, definitely add that in here. And what that's going to allow us to do is so that when we hit the call, we can really hit the ground running. Like we'll do before the call, we'll look at you. If you also want to add in your Facebook profile here, that'd be super cool. We'll check you out on Facebook, add you as a friend. So if you do that, and also if you're outside the US, really important. We only do the calls outside the United States on Skype. So if you're in Australia, the UK, Canada, like I'll be running this ad to, definitely enter in your Skype ID and we'll send you, it'll come from Marketing with Mike or Mike Marin 16 or the 2 Skype IDs. So fill that out just so we can hit the ground running. Again, really brief. And after that, it's going to take you to a thank you page, which got some really cool, bonus trainings on it, which I really think you'll get a lot out of. There's some really cool stuff on this page after you fill that out. So you're going to go to this page, you're going to fill it out. Now, if I pull this back up, again, I covered that. If you give complete answers and we don't think you're a good match, we're not going to do the phone call. Like these phone calls are, they take up our time. And also, time is a factor. Like we don't have unlimited time. Right now, it's just myself and a team member that are doing these calls. So time really is a factor. And we're only going to be speaking with about 10 people each week. So if you want to implement these strategies, if you want one of those 10 calls, this is not fake scarcity. We really have limited time. There's limited time in the day. So if you want help, if you actually want to speak with another human being and really kind of bounce ideas on like, how do you apply this stuff? How does it work in your business? Maybe if you have questions like, I don't think this is right for me right now, then come on that phone call because most likely it is. Even if you're just brand new, these strategies are going to help you much quicker. You don't need to go the long route and spend years doing this stuff. So time is a factor. There's 10 people we could speak to. So if that's you, what I want you to do is I want you to go to mikemarin.com/apply or click the green button below that video and pick out your time on that calendar. And I really look forward to speaking with you. I hope you got a ton of value out of this presentation. This really is some of the, this has created $1 million businesses. And also make sure to add Mike at mikemarin.com to your contacts. I will make sure you get all the follow-up videos and be following up with daily emails, more training, more proof, more examples of how this stuff can work in your business. So with that said, this is Mike Marin. I really enjoyed making this video for you, and I look forward to talking to you soon. Cheers.